Your father would be happy to come to the farm as company.
You'll be off raiding for months, not years. Shorter than your trade routes, even. The farm and I will still be here when you return.
And return I shall.
You had better, or I'll come find you.
Trick, do you have any questions for me before I leave?
No. I'll take good care of Gunhilda's reputation while you're away.
I doubt she'll need help, but I'll be glad to know you're here all the same.
Come, Thorsteinn. The market waits for no man.
Coming, my love. Ulf, good morning.
My mother loved the fine woolen cloak you sold me. The stitching is exquisite.
Of course. My wife takes great pride in the needlework, with good reason.
You must have been blessed by Heimdall, a vision so keen and hands so steady.
Only a talented mother and a very patient husband.
Give Alvik a kiss from me next time you see her.
I will. Fortune guide you, friend.
Mikkel, it's a fine day for little business, don't you think?
Get away from here, Thorsteinn! I won't be seen dealing with an oathbreaker!
A what?
Keep your voices down. On what grounds do you base this outrageous claim?
That is for you and Bjorn to discuss!
What falsehood have you been spreading about my family's honor?
Nothing but the truth. This sail your wife made, that you sold me, is as rotten as your intentions. You wish for me and my men to drown on the open ocean, where our bodies would never be found.
Are you a fool? Even if I wanted to leave you stranded and sail west alone, Harold would never allow it. He would make me rescue you, and then we would all be doomed.
I don't claim to understand you, Oathbreaker, but your methods are plain. I believe I'll go inform Harold of your duplicity. He should be arriving in a moment now.
My love, that is no work of mine.
I know. This was done by a hand far coarser than yours. Bjorn is trying to sabotage my place on the expedition.
You cannot let him accuse you in front of the assembly. No chieftain would ever take you on again. I will not see my parents starve because of Bjorn's lies.
Then I must gather evidence and bring his falsehoods to light.
I will speak with the wives, to rally them to our cause, and I will pray to the Hamminja for guidance.
Our ancestors will give you wise counsel, I'm sure of it. I'll see you outside the assembly. Friends, neighbors, listen to me. Bjorn has declared me Oathbreaker, calling my good name into question.
We saw the sail. It would have torn in the first gust of wind.
That was a sail he bought from Notfall, carried to us in sea-soaked wood. My wife's sail he kept aside for himself, to use once he reached the open sea.
I am familiar with Gunhilda's stitching. That sail was no work of her hands.
What reason does Björn have to lie? If revealing the truth is as simple as you say.
He hoped to turn Harold against me, to keep me from tomorrow's expedition, to hide the truth until I had already been exiled. If you care for we who will travel with him, this insult cannot go unanswered. He would endanger his crew for a petty grievance. He is unworthy of command. Free men of Stavanger, hear me. We must inform the assembly. We must inform Harald Jarl. Only then will our safe return be assured. Are you with me?
Oathbreaker! Come to beg forgiveness with your tail between your legs!
Men of the Assembly, Bjorn claimed the sail I sold him was rotten. But I have found Gunhilda's work hidden, and the sail he claimed was mine came in sea-soaked wood from Notfall. He sought to ruin my reputation to cover up his poor trade, all so he could claim Harald's favor as his own.
Thorsteinn, if what you say is true, Bjorn is guilty of lying, injury to your reputation, and of an arrogance that could have led to the deaths of his crew and yours. Yet he was the one to bring you before the Assembly. So now you must choose. How will you defend your honor?
We will have combat aplenty across the sea. I choose the Manjapnatur.
Come then. My tongue is as sharp as my blade. Declare yourself worthy, if you can. I'm the finest of navigators, at home on the sea.
If you're so at home, then it's where you should be.
Weak, Thorsteinn, just like you. I was the first to be picked for this crew.
And Harold sought me when he already had you.
How can he believe you are the better choice? You're playing him for a fool. You're a liar, a thief, and a braggart, a pest!
My worst is still better than you at your best.
No truer words have ever been spoken. It's a shame I have to step in. It's clear that Thorsteinn is the one who has been wronged. It is my suggestion that Bjorn be removed from my expedition and exiled, never to return. His lands and trade goods will be forfeit, gone to pay the costs of finding another navigator with so little time to spare.
No, Harald.
Do not draw more of my wrath upon yourself. I could have named you a murderer and demanded your death.
What say you, men of Stavanger? Do you accept the terms put forth by Harald Jarl?
We choose exile.
Exile.
Exile! Then it is decided. Now come, Thorsteinn. We have a navigator to find.
So I pried the book from his hands and tore the covers off to bring home. I'll be able to afford another slave this harvest season, at the very least.
And these Saxons and their books. You'd think they were more precious than their own lives. But if no one lives to speak of what's written down, who will remember it?
Not to speak of how they treat their dead. Putting bones or pieces of wood inside golden boxes. How this honors their god, I'll never understand.
Waiting won't make it any easier.
Thorsteinn, the hero. I could not let you pass without experiencing the sting of your wit.
The mood I'm in, you'd best hope for a stinging rather than a lashing.
Then let's begin. On the Isle of Ely, great riches were won.
A victory some of us wish were undone.
Oh, intriguing and well spoken. I've heard of your legend, your grace and prowess.
You said it yourself. I've no need to impress.
The merchant with the silver tongue strikes again. It's a shame Harald Jarl outshines you so brightly.
He outshines us both. He's so sprightly.
Weak, I'm afraid. How disappointing.
I trust you have been stung enough for now. Jormungand, I need your strength and stability. Protect us on our travels.
Thorsteinn,
Yes, my Jarl?
I was childish before. In my joy at seeing you home, I wasn't ready to discuss your departure again so soon. Nor see you gone for good. Please, accept this with my blessing.
Unjo, the rune of kinship.
And why not? No man has been a truer brother to me than you. It has been an honor to have you in my félag, even if this leg of the trip will be shorter. The day has finally come.
And all too soon.
Many have come before you, and many will come after. Yet, when I die, it will be your friendship that I recall as I await the opening of Valhalla.
There, we will meet again.
Go then, and the winds take you swiftly to soft lands and great riches.
May your name never be forgotten. I can't take you with us, Sigmund. I'm not risking the lives of my men and wife to these sunstones.
You're making a mistake. With Frodi gone, I'm the best navigator you'll find this time of year, and you know it.
You've already deceived us once with your tales of magic pebbles. I'm not letting you steer us into rocks again. Without Frode to guide you, you're as good as blind.
So you'd rather trust whales and winds than your own Fialach? Bjorn was right about you. Try sailing across the sea in this weather. You won't get past the shore. Not without a skilled sailor.
You're absolutely right. I do need a navigator. But you weren't one to begin with.
Free men of Eikundarsund, heed my call. We are looking for those brave enough to defy the whale road with us. Will you sail with us?
I saw you on the path earlier. You came here on a horse, didn't you?
I did.
And you shamelessly admit it. You fool. No, I won't sail with you. I don't want to face the spirit's wrath.
I intended to break the curse of sailing with a woman when riding that horse. It should protect us.
Have you seen the sky? The gods are already punishing you for your arrogance.
Bondi, join us.
My men and I have just returned from years of Vikingur with Guthrum's warband. It's time for us to tend to our crops and see our children grow.
When do you leave?
Today,
Have you sailed before?
my husband sailed with Harald Jarl himself. He sailed enough for both of us.
I've learned to be wary of boastful spirits. Your word alone isn't enough.
How can I convince you to accompany us?
Well, why are you leaving our northern land?
My husband is a second son. If we were to stay, our farm will pass to his eldest brother, and we'll be left with nothing.
I understand that all too well. My men and I have found this temporary campsite, but we've got nowhere to go.
Then come with us.
It does sound tempting. Would you have enough supplies for all my men?
My husband is loading the meat and the dried fish aboard our ship as we speak. We'll have plenty for everyone.
How will we be sleeping?
We'll protect ourselves with wool canvases.
That should be enough. How will you find your way across the sea?
We'll observe the signs Midgard has given us. The birds, the currents, the stars. The spirits will show us the way. We need someone to interpret it.
You're right. I can help you around these shores, but in the midst of the wave world, we'll need an expert.
We? Have you decided to come?
I have. You speak true and my men are ready to settle.
I'm honored. Gather your men and your things. I'll take you to our ship.
I should know better than to ever doubt you. You excel once again.
There's little to stand in your way when you aim for the sky. Stigur's clan will accompany us, but we remain short a navigator.
I thought of someone while loading the ship.
Who?
You'll need to trust me. But we must reach Helloya first, and fast. The storm is imminent. It's looming on the horizon like a bad omen. Have we offended the gods in some way?
I rode a horse to my mother.
Gundhilda.
You asked me to trust you. It's only fair you do the same. We didn't have time to pay our respects to the spirits. I did what I must. Now, how do we reach Helloya?
I know where Helloya is.
Then, lead the way.
You shouldn't be here.
Bjorn, brother, I've come to...
Brother? When have we ever been brothers?
We were in the same Filak, Bjorn. We've sworn oaths to respect, support, and protect each other. They still hold true for me.
Those oaths were broken long before my exile, Thorsteinn, by both of us. You might have forgotten, but I've had years of solitude to remember.
Your scorn would be the death of us all. I haven't forgotten, but I refuse to let the past haunt my future. Maybe you should do the same. We need you, Bjorn. Join us. Lead us through the salted mountains.
Is this a trick? Why come to me?
Can't you trust that not everyone is deceitful? No other sea rider tames the waves like you do.
Now that I can believe. Gunhilda, you haven't changed.
That's
Still
enough from you! Leave us!
as merciless as the Northern Sea.
I know what you're going to say.
Yet it didn't stop you from making such a foolish decision.
You would have never agreed.
And with good reason. How are you so quick to forget?
I'm not.
I don't trust him.
Neither do I. But he's in that boat as well. He won't put us all in danger.
And after that?
After that, we'll part ways. The Isle of Britannia has plenty of land to spare.
Oh, may the gods hear you. The sky should remain clear for this afternoon.
It's a shame they did not marry at dawn. The light brings beauty to the fore.
Is she anyone I know?
You can bid her good day the next time you spy a mirror.
Never fear. I'll have plenty of time for beauty while I help Edith prepare. You should not let Trig labor alone too long, lest he fail his husbandly duties at a crucial moment.
I need to spend some time in the shop. And then there's the matter of your gift.
The closest kept secret in all our 20 years of marriage. I'm impressed you've been able to hold your tongue.
You surprise me every day. I thought it time I returned the favor, at least once.
You already have. I may have grumbled when you woke me, but the sunrise was especially beautiful.
Tomorrow then, as well?
Let's get through today first.
Hello. I would like to commission a runestone to commemorate many years of happiness and success with my wife.
A fine choice, with many options.
I was afraid of that. Show me.
First, you will need to select the type of stone.
Granite, please.
A solid choice. It will weather the elements for generations to come. Is that the type of stone you want?
Yes, it is.
Then let us continue. Now you will need to choose what you want engraved on your runestone.
Love conquers all. Let us too yield to love.
Sometimes the words we need best come from another's tongue. Is this the inscription you want?
Yes.
I'll get started on it right away. Your wife is sure to be happy with the results. All that remains is to confirm the design you would like me to carve for you.
Vision stands before me. But of course, my wife had an excellent canvas to work with.
Ever the flatterer, Thorsteinn. Don't you know I'm soon to be a married woman?
Which is why I must get all of my compliments in now, before you turn as haggard as Gunhilda.
One of these days, she won't forgive you for these jests.
Then on that day, I hope the gods themselves will intervene.
Easy to say, harder to do. I swear, some days the shuttle hasn't...
Father Elrich. Trig brought me to one of those Christian gatherings last week. I didn't understand a word of it, but your conviction was riveting.
You honor me, Thorsteinn. Praise from the merchant with the silver tongue speaks volumes to my success in communicating God's glory.
It's a task you're most well suited for.
I try, my son. Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today to witness a merging of the traditions of Northumbria and Norway, as Trig and Edith begin their new life together. Here, where Edith's mother and father are buried, may they give their blessing to this holy union as they watch from within the Lord's sight. Love is patient and kind. It is not boastful or proud. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Trig, do you take Edith to be your wife, here in the sight of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
I do.
Edith, do you take Trig to be your husband, with Almighty God and your parents' souls as witness?
I do.
Then let no man separate what God has joined together. For yours is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
May Freya bless you with many children, and Thor protect you from life's storms.
Thank you, my friends.
You coddle him, my love. He's a grown man, not an errant child.
Slaves talk, Gunhilda. If he returns to his family and says we mistreated him, I might find myself in a duel.
No duels until you've worked on your swordsmanship. Where are you? Thorsteinn? Thorsteinn, wait!
I should know better than to ever doubt you.
Thorsteinn, where are you? Let me help you! How are you so quick to forget? I don't trust him.
Enter, Thorsteinn of Midgard. I know what you seek. Reveal your sacrifice, and your desire may be granted.
As I know nothing of my past, and own nothing of value, I can only sacrifice my future. Reaching the great hall of Odin upon my death would be the greatest honor. Wise Mimir, I sacrifice to you my chance to ever enter Valhalla.
Thorsteinn of Midgard, you have chosen to sacrifice any hope to fight alongside Odin at Ragnarok. Let it be so. You may drink from my waters now, and remember your past. The betrayal of someone close has brought you here.
I died. Bjorn did this to me. Why?
You have the answers you sought.
No, I need to know. What happened to Gunhilda?
You cannot drink again. You have nothing left to sacrifice.
Wait! Mimir, come back! Gunhilda. Now that I finally remember your face, is seeing you again the future I gave up?
A human in the Well of Urur. This I had to see for myself.
I've come to seek the Norn's counsel, and find an end to this meandering.
Of course. Another victim of Loki's mischief. I understand your frustration. We cannot approach the Norns, nor the threats they weave.
These cats seem to have approached them just fine.
Mighty creatures, are they not? Loki brought them here. They entangled the threats and made a mess. But no matter. Your threat followed its course. Nothing can ever change your destiny. Trust me, I've tried.
What about my wife, Gunhilda? Do you know where she is?
I wouldn't care to know. You are in Asgard, talking to the All-Father, and all you can think of is your wife. You mortals have such one-track minds. Take your questions to Freya, along with these cats of hers. She'll know how to indulge you.
All right then. How do I get out of here?
It will take longer for me to explain than to just send you away. Good luck.